Surprise, surprise, and shocking news, the Fortnite community is upset again because Epic Games let out another hotfix update, nerfing more of Season 3. We're going to be taking a look at what a bunch of people in the community say, what some creators are saying, and I'm going to give my opinion on it. Of course, as always, I would love to know what you guys think down below. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's start off this video, guys. The community has been in shambles this season, absolute shambles. So I want to take a look at replies from people like HypeX, people like Fortnite Comp Report. I'll start off with this post right now. The Fortnite Comp Report posted this: Fortnite just cooked, and it's of course a picture or a video. Well, I have a picture here for you guys of Nitro Fist not breaking through metal. Epic Games has nerfed the season again. We all know about the nerfs right now, so let's get into the video. There's a lot of different opinions. We're not just going to take replies from the Fortnite Comp Report. It's going to be posts like replies to HypeX, Shinna, just people talking about the update in general. What is the Fortnite community saying? So I want to start this off with what was the actual top reply to this. Yay, I love when new season items become useless in any situation because comp players ruin it for everybody. So, of course, there's one thing that I really want to say to everybody, because not everybody feels the same way. There are a lot of really laid back competitive players out there. There's just a loud minority online that's getting really heated about everything right now. So it is important to note that, and we're going to take a look at another tweet or another post like down the video a little bit, just giving you an example of why people are kind of changing their mind and actually hating competitive players. But it's important to note that while there is a good chunk of the competitive community right now that is kind of out of their mind, in my opinion, it's not important to note that you shouldn't just go out and hate everybody that plays competitive, because there's a lot of people that just sit back and do their own thing. Let's continue on to another user by the name of Controversy. I can tell most of y'all didn't play when the 50 cal could one-shot metal. Just because it can't one-shot metal doesn't mean the game is cooked. This is true, actually. This is true. No matter what Fortnite does, the game's not finished. The game's not cooked. It's okay. You know what? I'm worried about this season too. I think that Epic Games is going to continue to nerf everything in this season until everything becomes redundant, and the season's just going to be not fun at all. They're starting it right now, and it's really making a lot of the fun of the season disappear, in my opinion. But no matter what they do, Fortnite's here to stay, and everybody is just going to jump on the, oh my god, Fortnite's dying type thing, because that's what we end up talking about every single season since Chapter 1, Season 5. So it's important to note the game's not absolutely cooked. Let's continue on to a user by the name of Mez is back. The difference is now there's no counter for building, because everything that could break it, try hard, start crying until they nerf it and to make it useless. That's the unfortunate part about this. The difference is now that there's no counter to building. There really is a counter to building though. You still have the cars that can drive through everything. You still have, like, it's just a Nitro Fist really, because you still have some really powerful guns. Everybody's still driving in a car. The grenade launcher, I know that it's been nerfed a little bit. The machine gun turret can still do a lot of damage, but at the same time, I understand what you're saying. I understand that there has to be a counter to building, or does there? It's just unfortunate that this update happened, in my opinion, man. It's because you can still fight against the build, so I wouldn't take that approach, but let's continue on, okay? Something that I forgot to mention, that tweet in particular, the reason I grabbed it was because it was a reply to Controversy, and Controversy ended up replying to this back again. Metal is the best resource in the game. It should never be one shot, and this is why I found this very interesting. It should never be one shot, but the counter to building exists. It's called Peace Control. You can still one shot wood in any brick, and that's still building. It's far from cooked and is rather just balanced now. So, to be honest with you, it is a little bit more balanced, but the problem is, I can talk about the whole thing about separating casual and competitive. I could talk about that. I'll probably touch on it briefly throughout the video, but the fun of the season was the chaos, right? It shouldn't, in my opinion, it shouldn't be crazy balanced. It shouldn't be like competitive. I liked using the Nitro Fist and driving through builds, and I understand we still can go through wood and brick while it's still building, but I disagree, and I would love to know what you guys think about this down below. Please, I would love to hear it, because I'm not saying that I have the correct opinion on this. I don't think that we should be relying on Peace Control. I don't think that we need to have metal not being able to be destroyed by anything. The fun of the season was driving through all of the build with cars. So I just get it from a competitive perspective. That's the entire issue over here. I understand that. That's the problem. But let's continue on. Again, guys, I would love to know what you guys think down below. So another reply to the original hotfix is, no, it did not. The competitive players are unbearable. For one time, Fortnite actually changes up their gameplay for a season by more than just new OP shotgun, new OP heal. Competitive players cry about it for 2 weeks, and it's back to the same boring meta again. This sums up what I'm talking about, okay? With the competitive players had their way, and I think it should be fixed, by the way, by separating the loot pools. I made a video talking about this. I don't think it's fair that the competitive players have to play with the chaos of pubs. The problem is when the competitive players cry and they get what they want, each season does turn into just, hey, we have a new healing item. Hey, we have a new shotgun. I don't want the meta to just be about pump shotguns and boxing up. That's fun to me, don't get me wrong, but it makes the game feel stale. And then everybody has the audacity to sit here and cry about the game being dead. Fortnite just doesn't feel the same anymore. For the first time in so long, this new season felt like a brand new Fortnite season, you know? And now the changes are just making the game feel like it has been for the past couple months, you know? Anyways, let's continue on to the next post by actually Kiazo. I'm dead serious when I say this season is 2 nerfs away from being completely dead. Completely dead is a strong term, but I understand what they're talking about being completely dead. If they continue on with these nerfs, which I believe they are going to continue on with the nerfs, nothing is going to be offered for this season. It's going to be the most stale Fortnite season in history. I just hope that they only do that at the last couple weeks like they did with the mech, because I do believe that they're going to continue doing it. I really do. With the summer update, maybe we'll get a nerf right before the summer update, and the cars will be useless, the Nitro Fist will be useless, and then we'll be stuck with not a ton of map changes and just a very, very bland loot pool, in my opinion. Hey, you know what? At least I have my hit scan weapon. I'm okay with that. Let's continue on to another post over by Restro. Yeah, this season's gameplay has officially been ruined, and once again, my point was proved that whenever the comp players ask for something, they always get it, but whenever casuals want something, they don't get it. It just seems like such an easy solution, man, just to separate the loot pools. I don't understand why they just don't. The gameplay, in my opinion, is not ruined yet. And I'm always one of those players, guys, if you follow the channel, I'm always one of those players who will sit back and I'll have fun playing the game no matter what, but comparing the season to other seasons, it's not special anymore. It's just, it's not. The cars aren't as powerful as they were. I'm still having fun driving around and having car fights with everybody, but like another tweet said, we're about two updates away, 2 hotfixes away from the game being very, very stale. Let's continue on to another post by DatBX. All right, fun's over. See you next season. And it has a little bit of a pattern here that I found interesting. I'll share with you. So the season starts fun and interesting gameplay. Comp players refuse to engage with any new gameplay. All interesting items are nerfed into oblivion. This season is the worst season yet, and this completely sums up the Fortnite community. And you already know that right now we are in the transition of all interesting items are nerfed into oblivion, and then soon, in a couple weeks, especially during the summer update, because God forbid Epic Games leave for a couple weeks, right? I'm already prepared for that. I was thinking about making a video on that, by the way, because I'm so ready for everyone to sit down and I have to listen to them going, Epic Games isn't updating anything. There's a glitch right now in Discovery. Epic Games is secretly focusing on their metaverse and this game's gonna be completely dead. That's coming. And that, along with the hot fix of the nerfs, oh boy, I'm ready for this community to be on fire. But hey, you know what? I'll be here making videos about everybody going crazy. Let's continue on to another post over by PBJ. It's like they make fun seasons with plans to nerf them. The reason I included this is because I actually found it interesting. Do you think that Epic Games, first of all, it seems like they're never gonna, and I was gonna make a video on that too. It seems like they're never going to actually separate casual versus comp because they want them to feel similar. I don't think that's logical, but anyways, do you think this is Epic Games' secret way of kind of catering to both casual and competitive while getting everybody talking about their game? Because the season comes out, a couple weeks, casuals are having an absolute blast. Then, competitive players get to have their fun. So, I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of a conspiracy theory going on over there. Plus, everybody's constantly talking about Fortnite. Fortnite's constantly trending. Perhaps there's a little bit of a strategy over by Epic Games. So, let's continue on over to Josiah. Just split the competitive and casual loot pools, man. Like, I'm glad I played so much in the first week because I feel like the unique gameplay is near completely gone. Waited for 2 years for another chaotic season just for it to be gone in 2 weeks. And this is what I was talking about, man, because we've waited so long for another season. And I don't want to sit here and say, like, the season feels like Fortnite, but it did, man. It did. So much of that Fortnite magic was missing in so many recent seasons, right? This, at season launch, felt like that with all of the chaos. I believe Josiah is referring to Chapter 2, Season 7, if I had to guess, but I don't know how long ago that was exactly. Was that even 2 years ago? I don't know, but I completely agree with Jojo over here. I'm glad I played so much in the first week because I feel like the unique gameplay is near completely gone, and it's going to be. Epic Games is going to continue nerfing them, and it's a little bit unfortunate in my opinion, but that's why we love Jojo and we love Jojo's attitude towards the game. Let's continue on to another post by That Flames. Fortnite pros are genuinely so miserable. For anyone who supposedly are the best at the game, they can't seem to adapt to anything that isn't a shotgun. Sweats are a minority of the player base and shouldn't decide what everyone else plays. We need to separate loot pools now. And I find this interesting because I don't get, you know what? I know that I'm going to get my head chewed off in the comments, and I have been recently. You guys can beat the cards. You guys can beat the cars. I can beat the cars. You can beat the cars. Use the boogie bombs. Shoot through the windshields. But they're gonna run me over. Have shockwaves. They're easy to find. You know? Like, you can beat these cars. And I've been saying this since Season X with the mechs. You can beat the mechs. You can beat the cars. I don't understand. And we shouldn't have to adapt. It's changing up the core mechanic of the game. I don't care. You can beat them. You can beat it. Get better. It's very easy if you actually tried instead of cars. Oh my god, this isn't fair, Epic Games. Oh my god, just beat them. You can. I don't care. I beat them. If I can beat them, you can beat them. I'm not even that great at the game. And I actually agree with this tweet for the most part. For the people who are supposedly the best at the game, they can't seem to adapt to anything that isn't a shotgun. If I'm capable of adapting, you are more than capable of adapting. That's just the reality of the situation. And if you say anything otherwise, you are just flat out wrong. Now, guys, I want to bring you to another tweet over here because this is just an example tweet. I don't mean to call this person out. I'm not calling this person out. It's just you see so many of these tweets and you're seeing more of them as time continues on because this is what's being bred right now. I hate comp players so much. W2F, split the loopholes. I'm sick of this for years. What's happening right now is a lot of people are really, really hating competitive players. For real. And they're grouping all the competitive players into one small group and just hating on them. Hating them with all of their heart because that's what people do. That's what that's how people feel. They get this bent out of shape about it. So it's very important to note there's disagreements about the game. There are a lot of competitive players that are toxic. There are a lot of great competitive players. There are a lot of great casual players. And there are a lot of toxic casual players. Toxic people exist. It's important that you guys don't just group everybody from one side into one just I hate you or I love you kind of category. You know what I'm saying in that sense? Again, competitive players are kind of out of their minds this season, in my opinion. It could be solved easily by Epic Games. I just have the issue. Well, I'll say it really quick. My issue is the fact that a lot of competitive players do want the things in pubs nerfed as well. Before you say it's not happening, it's happening. I'm getting those replies. They're in the comments. They're not difficult to find. Everybody on Twitter is just there to complain, and there are a lot of great people out there just doing their own thing. There's a lot of great competitive players that are just adapting to the game. There's a lot of casual players that are sitting down and being nice. So it's important to note that just don't group every single person into one. I know that's a little bit, I know it seems obvious, but some people can't grasp that kind of concept. So I thought I would just include it in the video over here. Guys, let me know what you think about this entire conversation down below. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you are interested, check out 2 videos on the screen right now, going through even more Twitter drama. You can find 2 videos here if you haven't checked it out. I'm over here covering everything about the community. That's what we love on this channel. We love to give everybody a voice. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Take care.